Hello, everybody. It's Austin Holloman, live from Bucharest, Romania. And today I'm going to give you another video on my insight on my travels in Bucharest, Romania, and just being here and what I think about it so far. So, Eastern Europe, in specific, Bucharest, Romania. I don't need you guys commenting saying that it's different other places. I know that right now I'm in Bucharest, Romania. It's my only experience. Is there racism in Eastern Europe? Yes. In Bucharest, yes. Because there's racism everywhere in the world. Everywhere in the world there's racism. But is it overtly racist to where I would tell you not to come here and it's more than likely dangerous for you here? Absolutely not. Now, I'm going to give a few forms that you may run into racism that people may be worried about. So we're going to talk about them. Number one is, are the women biased because of your skin color? Meaning that will a woman say, oh, no, I don't want to talk to a black guy, or, oh, no, I don't deal with brown guys, or, oh, would you ever run into that? Maybe. But for the most part, I have not ran into one that has told me that she would not even speak to me because I'm black. It does seem like they like to stick with their own kind, based off how I see them with each other in public, especially when I went to clubs. I noticed that a lot, that they weren't as choosy in certain clubs. I've been to one club where they were, and I told you guys, it seems like the women that are into black men were at that club. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but these are just my observations. But generally speaking, it doesn't seem like they're like, oh, like, I need a black, or they're as open-minded. They are open-minded, but not as open-minded as white people in the United States. Now, you can date a Romanian here because I have, but I'm just telling you guys, I'm not going to tell you you wouldn't have any success with that here, but I'm not going to tell you to come to Romania for that. I've had other YouTubers that have bragged about Romania when it came to the dating scene, saying that, oh, they'll just be throwing themselves all over you. They'll like you, but they won't be throwing. From what I've seen, they won't. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen them throwing themselves like, oh my God, I gotta have them. I've seen curious eyes and, she's a little interested because there's something different. But when I hear throwing herself on you is like Soy Six in Pattaya, Thailand. That's throwing yourself. I don't see that happening here. And I had another black American man that I met in Bangkok when I was last there tell me that it was like that there. But he told me in Poland, they get a little stronger with throwing themselves on you. But this is a place where if you're here, from what I experienced, you can stay for a while in order to actually understand what's going on. Meaning that if you come here for 10 days, the chances of you leaving with no action is kind of high. That wasn't me, but I'm just saying from what I can see, from how slow it is for me, I can see like, okay, if the average guy, below average guy comes here, it's not going to be that great. So this is a place that I would say that you have to stay minimum 1 month, but like preferably 6 months or more. And the Legion of Men also said that if you tell women that, hey, I'm living here, they'll be more open to dating you. Most women here aren't going to be open to dating guys that are weekend warriors or that are just here for a week or two. You get what I mean? Number two, do the men stare at you when you're with the women, or do they just stare at you even if you're alone by yourself just because you're black? No. I have not gotten too many stares. Actually, I don't think if I've had anybody stare at me in a very awkward way, it was from older women here. But the men, I've never had the men really look at me sideways or just like, look at me like what the hell is he doing in my country? Like, why we have this black guy? I haven't had that. Now, when I did go on a date with a local here, when we were together and she was like all hugged up on me and all that, they did not look at us like you shouldn't be together, but they just looked at us. But I think just because it was me, like just because it's something rare and like, oh, he's with her, but it wasn't like, oh, like, it's not like, Jim Crow era in the United States. Like you need to get away from that motherfucker. It wasn't none of that. So I don't think you'll have an issue with men trying to jump you or beat you up because you're here or nothing like that. I think for that part, it's safe for the most part when it comes to that. Now, third, do the elders stare? Yes. And I had the Legion of Men say this in the interview. The elderly crowd, just like in most countries, is usually the older people that are going to be racist or they're going to have some sort of bigotry to them. If I've gotten any stares, it was from people that looked like they were over 50 years old. It wasn't from people in the, no, any millennials or Gen Z. It wasn't any of that. Those people seem to be more accepted and they seem to be just normal people, but not all the older people, because most of the older people have been just fine here. But when I do run into the issues, it is somebody that is from the older crowd. And, I'm going to tell you a story. So whenever I went to a cigar shop in Old Town, I didn't get this on video, but when I went to a cigar shop in Old Town, I went in there, I asked, could I see the cigar? And the lady went over there, she grabbed it. And I was like, I want to see it. Cause just like in any other place where you buy cigars, they usually just don't say, okay, we buy this, like go straight to the register. They usually let you pick it up, look at it, smell it, whatever you want to do. She got the cigar out of the thing. And then she walks behind the counter. I was like, hey, no, I just wanted to look at it first and make sure that was the one I wanted to buy. And so she walks behind the counter anyway, rings it up, like, are you paying with card or cash? I'm like, no, I just want to see it first to make sure that's what I want to buy. And then she says, okay, hold on one second, takes a cigar, walks outside, brings two Romanian guys in, and then has them come pay for something, whatever it was. She put them in line in front of me. And then she says something in Romanian to them with a very attitude tone, very angry tone or whatever. And then the two Romanian guys look at me and they start laughing, and I can understand a little just because I know Portuguese. There's a few words I could pick up on. But whenever she did that, I was like, that kind of makes me not want to buy this shit anymore. Like, do I really need the cigar that bad? But I was like, oh, fuck it. It's only $5 and it's a nice cigar. We go ahead and get it. So she walks back to the place to the humidor where she puts the cigars at. And then she's like, you don't want it. I was like, no, I wanted to see it first. And then she comes back. She's like, oh, and she just starts talking to Romanian again. I'm like, what is her problem? What did I do for that to be a problem? Anyway, I don't know what that was about. Really don't care. But being black, whenever we get around fair-skinned people and they are upset for unknown reasons, we automatically jump to racist. Don't know if that's what that was, but I'm just letting you guys know because you guys know I relay data. But I will say that was the only time I experienced anything close to that. So for the most part, I have not ever really experienced racism out here. And to elaborate further on that, I've never been denied entry to get into any places or any feeling like I couldn't be included or I'm going to be excluded just because of my ethnicity. That's never happened. That's never happened here. So I don't think you have to come to Romania worrying about those kind of things. If you enjoyed that video and you found it informative and it cleared up some things for you, and it cleared up some thoughts for you about Romania, give the video a like, share with somebody that's interested in coming to Eastern Europe. Make sure you sign up for the members only. And if you really, really enjoyed that content, hit the Cash App below, $Austin Holloman. I love y'all. I'll see you guys in the next video.